Kia ora, I'm Neve Billing. I'm the Community Awareness Lead for Blind Low Vision, and I'm here with Councillor Joe Davies. Joe, can you tell us a little bit about your role and how long you've been doing it for?
So I'm a regional councillor here in Canterbury. I've had the role for 4 years now. I was first elected in 2022, and for the last year and a half I've had the honour of being the public transport core service lead for our region.
Amazing. Tell me about the region you look after and the people within your region.
So Canterbury is a very large region, stretches from Kaikoura to the Waitaki, down the east coast of the South Island. So we represent about 700,000 people, a variety of communities. We obviously have a very urban community around Christchurch, and then actually outside of Christchurch we have a very sparsely populated region with a lot of agriculture, with a lot of small towns. We have mountains, the Southern Alps, and obviously our water travels down the mountains, down the rivers to the coast. And so regional council, we regulate land, water, air, and transport is a big part of our remit too, because the idea around transport and having a role in public transport is transport goes across territory boundaries. So our buses go from Christchurch out to Selwyn, Waimakariri.
Sure.
The roads that we advocate for, the bridges, connect people across the region.
Awesome, thank you. How did you feel knowing that you were going to have to make a decision that was going to affect blind, deafblind, low vision and other people with disabilities regarding the Total Mobility Scheme proposal?
Yeah, there's a weight of responsibility around that decision and around the process that led to that decision, and being aware that some decisions we make will affect different people in our community. Yes.
Great. Did you do any research or talk to anyone about what the proposed effects would mean for the community?
So did a bit of reading around the process that the government had led with, and then yes, I met with some constituents, and we also had some constituents from different lobby groups come to us and kind of present about what their take on what the cuts would do to the community and the people who use the Total Mobility Service.
Okay. The officers of ECAN presented findings of two options, either to decrease the local authority support by 10 or 15%. How did you feel about those options?
They were quite blunt options put in front of us. There wasn't really a conversation around maintaining the subsidy.
Yep.
And so we were really kind of led down a path that was where we were, in a way, we were in a bind to reduce the subsidy, which it gives you an idea of the kind of power imbalance between central and local governments.
Yeah.
Where often we often have to pick up the pieces for central government decisions, central government policy. And it was unfortunate that there wasn't an option for us to maintain our subsidy. Yes. Yeah.
And so do you think that should have potentially been a third option to maintain?
Yeah, because as the government, they reduced their subsidy, obviously, but to kind of compel us to was quite overreach.
Yeah. Okay. According to our research, you are the only councillor in all of New Zealand that is on record for voting against the decrease. Why did you make such a bold move?
Firstly, I think that's quite extraordinary. That when I heard that, I was kind of shocked by that. Even within my own council, to be the only councillor, I'm not sure if the other councillors feel like they don't have a choice or they genuinely support the reduction. But I guess what motivated me is around, like, one of the drivers why I'm in politics and why I kind of do what I do is around addressing inequality. And I think inequality is a driver of so many negative things within our society. And this is such a clear example of a policy that will increase inequality, increase transport options for those who most need support in our society. And so basically most decisions that will get in front of us at council, there'll be a lens of the effect of inequality, the effect of equity. And so this was very much one of those cases. And we don't really deal with too much social policy at ECAN in a way, so this is a little bit outside of our wheelhouse. And I think that as well might be why I'm the only one who has been vocally against it, because it's not usually, we're not usually in the role of social policy.
Yeah, okay, interesting. You've kind of already spoken to this, but what or who has influenced you to make this stand against the changes?
Definitely, like some constituents who have who reached out. There's a disability sector within the Labour Party called the Kirk sector, and I've got relationships with some members of that who were kind of advocating around this, so that was good to get their influence.
Yeah.
And then, as I say, broadly, like there's some kind of key figures who are kind of championing equality against inequality, like wealth disparity. And so I'm influenced by kind of some economists and some kind of people in politics who have those objectives.
Yeah, great. Do you think the central government should have done a social impact assessment on these changes rather than a cost-saving exercise?
Yes, I think they definitely should have. And the view of it being just seated within transport as well feels a little bit off the mark. You know, like there could also be health assessments, social impact assessments. Yeah.
The central government has said that the savings from the changes to the total mobility scheme will be put back into public transport. Public transport isn't always an option for our community. Does public transport work well in your region?
In some ways, yes. In some ways, we have a very good network. Well, especially in Christchurch, outside of Christchurch, and Timaru, we have a service as well, which is a little bit bespoke. But I'd say within urban Christchurch, yes, we have a good network. We have a good network of buses. There is always room for improvement, and if you look at the size of our urban population compared to overseas urban populations, or even compared to Wellington and Auckland, we are underserved in a way. There's definitely room for different modes, such as passenger rail, and the buses working in public transport, like the feedback is mixed, but by and large we have a functional, relatively reliable system.
Yeah, okay. Is there anything else that you would like to share about the changes to the total mobility scheme, or anything else to do with it?
I guess I just support the work that you guys are doing, and I really think it's great that the advocacy and the leadership that you're showing in this space. And I don't think it's a finished situation yet. There's still a bit of water to go under the bridge, and so I really support the work you're doing, and I hope that we can see some amendments to the process, to the outcome, and turn this into a political issue. One that we can get the community behind us. So you would support this becoming a political issue, potentially an election issue that's discussed? Absolutely. Great. And if I can help with that. Wonderful. Yes. Well, on behalf of our community, thank you so much for taking this stand. It means a lot to know that there are still councillors out there who will stand up for the disability community. So really thank you. Thank you very much.